So, my phone deleted a lot of footage. Yay, technology. Got a lot of work done. Did save a lot of footage. Showing you this, then you're gonna see what I have. Then everything else will be normal. So this is what I have right now. Got the fender on, edged out, lined up. Got the hood banged out. Needs a little bit of filler. Still need to do a little bit of pulling right here. There's a dip. Then I need to do the front bumper cover. So after that's done, I have a video of the headlight assemblies, brackets, whatever you want to call them. Redid them. They look like brand new now, which is fantastic for what the car is. So I'm keeping it. I'm not selling. Then there's a couple things I want to do yet, like sand these down, paint them, make them look like new. Some of the cradle has a little bit of rust on it. It's not bad rust by any means. It's just flash rust. But yeah. So let's get this party rolling. Copart car. Got to take the fender off, bumper cover off. There's these plastic pieces. I already started by taking the clips off. Bag and tag. Just got to, there's these here, you just push down and pull out. Got the new to me fender. Just gotta pull that apart. Do a little bit of edging out, and can put that fender on after I take this off. Hood has a buckle right there. I'm gonna try to save this hood. I would love to save this hood because there's no nicks. The paint is beautiful. So I'm gonna try to save that, but it's a little bit worse than what I was thinking. Well, originally seen, I should say. But I ended up finding a new old stock emblem. Gonna get one of them for it. Little update here. Got the inner fender out. Bumper covers off. Header panels off. It was just 2 acorn nuts right here, 2 bolts here, bolt here. This bracket is bent and it broke the header panel, which I have a header panel, but this just needs pulled out a little bit. The core support's fine. I'm going to take this fender off and just show you why I love this car so much. Look at that. Look at that. There's no rust on that. I mean, it's a Pennsylvania car all of its life, and it looks like that underneath the ground effect. That's unreal for around here. Unreal. And I found this too. Previous owner. Car only has 33,000 miles, so they must have figured, hey, let's put a screen over the air box, that way no little critters can get in. That's really smart. That's really smart. It just shows you how the previous owner just took care of this car. Look at underneath this thing. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, some of you guys down in the south, you're probably like, so? But you gotta remember, I'm from Pennsylvania. I mean, that's not a new tank. That's the original gas tank. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Look at this. All for 1 bolt. Gotta get this one out right here. This one here wasn't bad. Nope. Why they couldn't make it go up through? Beyond me. I mean, 1996 was some crazy times. Yeah, that one there was just right there. But this one here, had to take the crossbar off. Had to take the water jug out. Had to pull the fuse box off. And not only that, the computer had to come out of it. And the cooling box for the computer. But yeah, there it is, right there. Right there. You little bastard. Okay guys, what I want to do here is all this here. I want to sand them down, prime them, and paint them. Gonna use SEM trim black. So it's one of them things. While you have it apart, might as well make it look like new. Easy to pull apart. Each one of them, after you take it off the header panel, which bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, well, a little 7mm, call them a bolt. Then there's 2 for each headlight. Right there. Just take them and locate them on the ground. And just pull the light out. Some of these can get tricky. They have little tabs. Them right there. They get stuck in there. Just wanted to show you a little bit extra here. And then for the headlights, just them little guys. I don't want to paint the bezels or headlight rings or whatever you want to call them. They're in really nice shape. Then the headlight comes out. Headlight bulb or housing. Then I'll clean all this and paint it up. Yeah, there she is. And there's that. I did end up pulling them apart. Made sure I knew where everything went. It goes like that. Your headlight adjuster bolts on here, and this slides up in. Then there's mount here that it rocks on. Then there's a spring that goes through here. So pretty simple, but this should make a huge difference with these painted. Fresh coat of trim black on it. It looks like brand new. A little bit of glass cleaner. Clean up your parts before you put them together. That's what I have. Looks like a brand new part. There's my restored light. little bit better, I'd say. Oop, wrong way. I mean, it wasn't very bad in the first place, but for what the rest of the car is, I could not leave it. Couldn't leave it go. Now to just do 8, 13, 7, 3 more. Alright guys, this is stud gun, stinger, stud welder, whatever you want to call it. But what you want to do, find your low, which is right here. Just hold it on there for a couple seconds. Weld your studs on there. This is a big dent. It should come out pretty easy. Shouldn't have to fight it very much. I'm going to weld a bunch on here. Pull them out in succession. Slide hammer has this little attachment on it. It grabs the studs. You slide it on the stud, pull this little wheel back, then you give it a little tap to get it seated. I'm going to start right in the middle. I want to get a feel on how stubborn this is going to be. Oh, that's the hood. Yeah, hood is shut. And see how it pops hard. You lost the stud. Look at that. Okay, we're going to go to this one. Get it seated. Oh, pulled that one off. I'm not putting enough heat into it. Yep, not enough heat on them last 3. Okay, I'll do this one here. Give it a good tap. That popped it out. I didn't want to knock it off. But this is where my high is, right around here. As you leave a dent, you're going to have a low, but you're also going to have a high. It's like a crown. It's coming around right around here. But what I want to do is pull on one of these and tap that high down. And that's going to leave your metal flat. Then it won't sink back down in. So I'm going to just give that a couple taps right there. And that's holding that just fine. Hold that up, tap your high. there it is. It's pretty straight. I mean, for how bad it actually was, it buckled the hood. So all we need to do now is prep it and do a little bit of body work. Used my noggin before I started body work. Figure I should put that front bumper on, make sure it fit good. Which, man, what a pain in the butt. But yep, had to do a little bit more, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And one thing I learned, does not matter how much you bag and tag, you still lose bolts, dang it. But there she is. Just gotta do some body work now. Gonna leave the bumper cover on for now. Probably actually be easier to work on it on the car anyhow. It needs work. But there it is anyhow. Give you an update on what I got done yesterday. Got the hood all finished sanded. That's in 220. There was 2 light coats of Evercoat Z-Grip body filler and 1 coat of Dolphin Glaze. That's a finishing glaze. No pinholes, but I still will use my Evercoat 440. That's a pinhole filler. It's a liquid, you put it on in like a sponge pad, then you just rub it in, you leave it dry for about a half hour, then you primer. I got all the hard parts on a bumper cover sanded. I spent about 4 or 5 hours on them ribs and in these grills, just making sure the paint won't lift again. I still got to do in here, which shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, little update on what's going on. I got to finish up here inside the headlights, down here. I got to do all that. No big deal, probably take me about another 2 hours. Then I want to pull the bumper cover off, prime the fender and hood. The fender has a little dinger. Where is it at? Right there. There's a little dinger. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna go over to fender, make sure there's nothing else, which I don't feel anything, but doesn't mean there's nothing there. So things going on here. You got chemical reaction. That's most likely, from my experience, is base coat, something of that nature over enamel, and they didn't sand enough. That's why this is peeling. But that's the whole reason I got to take this whole bumper down to its base, because of that. I don't want to paint over something like that and have something go wrong and have to strip this bumper all down again. So better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so just around 7 o'clock at night, hood's ready to go. Front fender, a couple little dingers. There's that one there. That's the first coat. The front bumper, finally got it all sanded. I got a couple little marks to do, but yeah, moving on. Check this out. New old stock rotors for the rear. They got a little bit of a ridge on them, but shoot, brand new old stock. Finally got everything ready for primer. Even the flare had some clear coat peel, which I gotta clean yet. Urgh. Yeah, flare had a little bit of paint peel, well, clear coat peel. Buzz that down to 220, masked it off, ready to go. Hood's ready, masked off, and I got this bugger, 3 days worth of sanding. all ready to go. With this finish and glaze, you don't want it very focus. You don't want it very thick. If you do, it tends to want to crack. That's the whole reason I started to take all the primer off of this. That primer was so thick, every time you move the bumper, you could hear the paint cracking. But it filled a couple holes from the license plate. It must have been off of an Ohio car. They require front license plates. Pennsylvania does not. So got them taken care of. There's a couple little gouges and nicks. There's a little bit of spider webbing in the rubber. Got that taken care of. A couple nicks. Same over here. This was a couple nicks, spider webbing, but got that all taken care of. Let's throw some primer on it. Hallelujah, it's primered. Don't look bad either. I did not see that mark. That's no big deal. A little bit of spot filler. And show you the bumper cover. Trans Am. There's the bumper cover. And guys, that wraps this video up. Next one, just like the vibe, get her sanded down, throw some paint on it. See you next time.